Did you know your brain processes around 70,000 thoughts a day, but you only consciously control about 5% of them? Yeah. The other 95%? Background noise, meaning most of what's happening in your head isn't even yours. It's your mom's anxiety, your ex's opinions, that one TikTok that said you're behind in life because you don't have five income streams, that guy from high school you haven't talked to in 9 years. But somehow, he just bought a Lamborghini, and now your entire nervous system is like, wow, I suck. You're not actually tired, bro. You're mentally hijacked. Your brain's been running a 24/7 group chat you didn't even agree to be in. And worst part, it's mostly bots. Bots that sound like you. Bots that learned your voice. And now they're narrating your life like, oh, you probably shouldn't try that. You'll fail like last time. Or people are already doing it better than you, so why bother? You think you're thinking, but you're not thinking. You're listening, and not to yourself, to the noise, the static, the invisible crowd of voices in your head that got in there when you weren't looking. And that's why today, we're fighting back. Because being focused in today's world, that's not just some productivity hack. That's survival. Spiritual, emotional, psychological survival. Being focused today is the new rebellion. It's the loudest way to go silent. Because when you're truly focused, so focused that noise stops trying to reach you, people look at you like you're dangerous. They don't know what to do with you. They can't manipulate you, sell to you, compare you, shame you. You become unreachable. And that is the most terrifying kind of person to a society that profits off your distraction. Now, let's get one thing straight. Focus isn't about doing more, it's about hearing less. There's this lie that to be focused means you've got 10 calendars, 5 Notion boards, 2 Pomodoro timers, and a caffeine dependency that's flirting with cardiac arrest. Nah. Real focus? It's quiet. It's ugly sometimes. It's sitting on the floor in a hoodie realizing, oh, that's not my dream. That was just Instagram yelling at me for the past 6 months. It's the unsexy, rebellious act of doing one thing while the world screams for 1,000. You ever try to meditate for 5 minutes and suddenly remember every mistake you made since 2006? That's noise. You ever sit down to work and your brain's like, wait, let's check Zillow for homes you'll never buy? That's noise. You ever start healing from something and suddenly you miss the very person who hurt you? Noise. Your distractions don't just steal your time, they steal your sense of self. Because focus isn't just about attention, it's about identity. Let me tell you a story. There's this ancient parable about a man who visits a wise monk on a mountaintop. Classic, right? Guy's all stressed out, burnt out, overthinking everything. He says, Master, my mind is noisy. I can't focus. I feel lost. And the monk, without saying a word, hands him a glass of muddy water. It's all stirred up, cloudy, and then the monk just places it down. They sit in silence. A few minutes go by. The man's like, okay? What are we doing here? And the monk just nods at the glass. The mud has settled, the water clear. Then he says, you see? The mind only becomes clear when you stop stirring it. Bruh, that hit me like a brick. How often are we just stirring the glass all day long? Constant input, scroll. Compare, scroll. Worry, scroll. Doubt, repeat. And then we wonder why we can't hear ourselves anymore. Why we don't know what we want. Why we feel like we're drowning in invisible pressure. It's not that you're broken, it's that you're muddy. You haven't had enough stillness to let your real thoughts settle. And the world will not give you that stillness voluntarily. You have to take it. Rip it away from the jaws of chaos like a raccoon stealing pizza. Listen, this isn't just some poetic metaphor. Neuroscience backs this up. Your brain literally has a default mode network that kicks in when you're not focused. And guess what it does? It starts obsessing over the past, the future, regrets, what people think, worst case scenarios. Basically, the mental version of doom scrolling your own life. So when you're not focused, your brain's not chilling, it's self sabotaging. and we wonder why we're exhausted by noon. Now, look, I'm not saying you need to become a monk or delete your phone or turn into some self help robot that wakes up at 4 a.m. and drinks hot lemon water while whispering affirmations to their houseplants. I'm saying be so focused, even noise gives up on you. Like, noise tries to distract you and gets bored. It's like, dang, this one's different. This one's not giving me a reaction. I'm going to go bother someone else. That level of focus, it's peace, it's power. It's like walking through a thunderstorm with noise canceling headphones on. The storm's still there, but it doesn't get in. And let me be brutally honest for a second. Most of us aren't scared of failure. We're scared of sitting with ourselves long enough to realize what we actually want. Because once you know, you have no excuses left. You can't blame the algorithm, or your job, or your childhood. You have to go do the damn thing. And that's terrifying because when you strip away the noise, all that's left is you, and you have to face yourself. But guess what? That's where your magic is. That's where your clarity is. That's where all the stuff you've been looking for peace, purpose, joy, momentum. It's hiding behind the noise. So, what does real focus look like? It's ugly at first. It's logging out of apps you check without thinking. It's saying no to plans that drain you. It's taking your phone and putting it in another room like it's a cursed object from a horror movie. It's choosing boredom over burnout, silence over stimulation, solitude over social approval. It's deciding that your inner world is more important than your notifications. And yeah, people will notice. Some will get confused. Some will get offended. They'll be like, why don't you text back right away anymore? And you'll say, because I'm not a customer service line for your emotional convenience, Jessica. Okay, maybe don't say that, but think it hard. Because here's the truth. Every time you choose focus, you're choosing your life. You're choosing to live on your frequency, not the one the world programmed into you. And the best part? Focus compounds. At first, it feels small, awkward, even lonely. But over time, it builds something. You start hearing your own voice again. You start noticing things, ideas, patterns, hunches, gut feelings. You stop asking everyone for permission because your intuition finally has room to breathe. You become clear. And in a world addicted to confusion, clarity is magnetic. People won't even know why they're drawn to you. They'll say things like, you seem different. And you'll just smile. Because they don't realize you stopped letting noise vote on your life. So if you've been feeling lost lately, stuck, overwhelmed, it's not that you're lazy, it's not that you're behind. It's that you've been too accessible to the wrong voices, too online, too reactive, too tangled in the lives of people who wouldn't even notice if you disappeared. And maybe, just maybe, it's time to disappear from them. Just a little, not to run away, but to return to yourself. Because you've been here all along, underneath the noise, underneath the pressure, waiting patiently, quietly, for you to turn the volume down long enough to finally say, hey, I missed you. So here's your challenge. Starting today, protect your peace like it's oxygen. Guard your focus like it's a portal to your future, because it is. The world is loud, but you can be louder by being silent. The kind of silent that screams, I know who I am now, and I'm not giving it away for likes, comparison, or approval. Be so focused that noise stops trying to reach you because it knows you're already gone and now you're finally home. You're finally